Pokemon. I need a sound effect for Pokemon. Pokemon. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna work on that. Again, there's not a whole lot of Pokemon news this time around. I'm just now getting into Pokemon. I was into Pokemon when I was a kid. Pokemon 2000's a really good movie. Definitely one of my favorite Pokemon movies. But I recently just started collecting. I have a whole binder down here somewhere. I don't know where it was, right there. I don't see it anymore. But I've started collecting. I made a video on this on TikTok, but I've started collecting what I'm calling the Pokédex, which is basically collecting one card for each Pokemon in existence. I believe there's 1,025 Pokemon that currently exists within all 9 generations. I know with the Switch 2, they're probably going to add a generation, which will be fun. But as of right now, I'm trying to catch them all. And that is the plan right now. I'm also collecting all sorts of different Pokemon cards. I also play Pokemon TCG Live a little bit. I played Pokemon Go for a little bit too, but I kind of got off of that. It's really hot here in Virginia. So it's not been fun to catch Pokemon in all this heat. That being said, there's not a lot of Pokemon news, but there is this. Hershey's and Pokemon are coming in with a collab. They're introducing a special edition of Hershey Kisses that will be wrapped in Pokemon foils, and there will be 151 unique designs for the original Kanto region. There's a better picture here, which I can give you a better look here. On the left side there are like full-blown Hershey bars. I love Hershey bars. That's like my guilty pleasure candy, honestly. So I probably will be going after these. I thought it was really cool that they have a whole case for these Hershey Kisses. That's what that is right there. It's a bunch of Hershey Kisses in a case for all the first 151 Pokemon. I think that's really cool. I don't think I'm going to be collecting those because that seems like a lot of money. I'm just stick to my regular Pokemon cards, not the Hershey Kisses, especially when I feel like those probably will melt at some point unless you keep that whole thing in your fridge. I'm not sure. But I probably will try to get those bars, especially if there's only 12 of them. I think that'd be really cool. Yeah, this is a really cool idea. I don't know how realistic it is with chocolate being so melty and it being so hot in Virginia. Yeah. So this next section is I'm calling it potpourri. That is a nod to Jeopardy and Celebrity Jeopardy from SNL, where they would just have anything goes in a category. Again, another staple thing that will just be for topics of conversation that don't really fit into any other topics that I have going on. So this will be the beginning of that. Chuck E. Cheese is introducing adult arcades called Chuck's Arcade. There's one standalone one that's in Kansas City, and then there's about 15 locations within malls all across the U.S. And I believe the one in Kansas City is the only one that actually serves pizza. The other ones do not serve pizza. It's strictly just an arcade. I think this is really cool. This reminds me of Dave and Buster's. I kind of hope that's kind of where they're leaning. It seems like the mall locations are strictly just arcades, so they're not really doing the whole Dave and Buster's thing. But I think these are super cool. Yeah, I'm super interested in this. Hopefully they open one here in Virginia, or maybe if I come down to Florida or something, I can see one. The only one I know of right now is in Kansas City, the standalone one. I'm not sure where the ones in the malls are. But I think this is really cool.